Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I am Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Office Bloke Daz.
I'm about to tell you 3 insane facts about the Office Blokes that will blow your mind.
Go on then.
Number 1, there's no such thing as the Office Blokes. It's a conspiracy.
2.
Number 2, number 1 was wrong and there is such a thing as the Office Blokes.
3.
Neither of you two are mathematicians.
I don't think anyone...
4.
Yeah. 9, no one in this room is a mathematician. That's pretty well established. We're not scientists, we're not mathematicians.
Just 3 Office Blokes.
Just 3 Office Blokes, as simple as that. Right, 10 insane facts about the NBA that may just blow your mind.
I like these things.
Yep.
It's Jimmy,
Facts that you don't know about.
Yeah.
Jimmy High Roller as well, which always
great
good
channel.
videos.
Yeah. Brilliant videos.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always willing to learn stuff like this. I know there was a competing thing to the NBA, wasn't there, at one point?
Yeah.
There was like the NBA and the N something.
Is it ABA or something?
ABA,
basketball.
I think it was.
Something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, it's like a rival.
I think that was touched
league,
on something we reacted to, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was the iconic photograph.
Did they talk about it in there?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my one fact I know about basketball.
You have to choose a basketball team, you two, for the new season.
When I was a kid, I had a Charlotte Hornets basketball that I used to take everywhere. So I'm not saying that's my team, but I'm saying like that's the one tenuous link I've got to any team.
Yeah.
My grandson has a Charlotte Hornets shirt.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it Orlando Magic?
Orlando Magic, yeah.
I used to have a basketball jersey of theirs as well at one point.
Right.
Got a collection going.
Yeah.
Was it Was it in the skateboard community?
No, well, I've never really followed basketball, but we did used to stand about on a basketball court smoking weed with a basketball years ago.
Big fan then.
No, we used to shoot and things like that, and sort of, I think it's called horse, but we've always called it skate because of skating. We did stuff like that, but we never played like proper basketball.
Yeah.
But I always liked it. I always liked shooting and stuff. So
Yeah.
I used to go to the New Jersey Nets games.
Right.
But they're now called the Brooklyn Nets.
Right.
So
Would that be your team?
I'd have to go with that.
Yeah.
Once you've got one, haven't you?
Yeah.
Stick with the team.
Yeah.
Right, I'll have to have a think about that, won't I? See what I can come up with.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Who does everyone hate?
You.
Just thinking if I'm going to be
Take notice, Dave.
if I'm going to be Philadelphia Eagles, I might as well go for the equivalent in
76ers.
basketball.
Philadelphia 76ers.
Does everyone dislike them as well?
I don't know. Probably because it's Philadelphia, isn't it?
All right, sweet. No, I'll have a think. Anyway, let's get into this. 10 insane facts about the NBA that may just blow your mind.
During the early days of the NBA, things were, different. Not a whole lot of high-flying dunks. Actually, there were no dunks whatsoever.
all
No
white guys,
three-pointers, dribbling that looks like it belongs in a circus act, and some of the wildest shots you'll ever see in your life. And one of the early pioneers of this young NBA was a player named Joe Fulks. Now, Fulks was a bad man. One of the NBA's first superstars, was the first scoring leader in NBA history, and had even scored 63 points in a single game, an NBA record at the time and one that stood for over a decade. If one thing was for certain, it was that Joe was gonna shoot a shot, and no one was gonna stop him. Even if they should have. Because Joe's single game scoring record is not the only NBA record that he broke throughout his 8-year career. In a regular season game in 1948, Joe Fulks broke the NBA record for the most missed shots in a single game. A record that still stands to this day, and a record that will probably never be broken. See, here is some all-time NBA greats and the most missed shots they've ever accumulated in one game. Only a few greats have missed less than 20 shots in a single game. Steph had a game where he missed 21 shots, LeBron has missed 23 shots in a game, Michael Jordan has missed 27 shots in a single game, Kobe crossed the 30 threshold once in his entire career, and Wilt Chamberlain tops every all-time great with a whopping 37 missed shots in one game.
Wow.
And then there's Joe Fulks, who in 1948 missed 42 shots in a single NBA game. LeBron, Steph, and Durant have all never even attempted 42 shots in a single game in their entire careers. But Joe was built different. 99 problems and a field goal percentage ain't one, because Joe also holds the 2nd, 5th, 6th, and 10th spots for the most missed shots in a single NBA game.
Greedy bastard.
You pass it.
Yeah.
Harry Kane equivalent there, I think, isn't he?
Yeah.
You might as well be remembered for something, though.
Wow, that's a lot.
And this is just one of many insane NBA facts you have to see to believe. Really excited to announce the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. No matter your age, your spot in life, or the experiences you've been through, we can all use a helping hand. Someone to talk to. Therapy can be an intimidating thing. Opening up and sharing your thoughts and feelings can be a tough thing to do. But BetterHelp is here to help. BetterHelp provides individuals with professional, affordable, and convenient therapy on their terms. Maybe you're an athlete who's struggling with the pressure of performance. Maybe you're entering a new phase in your life and feel a bit overwhelmed. We've all experienced times of anxiety, fear, depression, and it can be hard, but you don't have to go through it alone. BetterHelp provides therapy in a private online environment at your convenience. And with a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network, you will have access to help that may not be available in your area. Getting signed up is super easy. You just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs.
So if you need anger management, what does Mike need therapy for?
Mike?
To get over the trauma of when he disappeared and was found in the woods.
Possibly.
Fair enough.
Loneliness.
In
the woods.
A year ago, you would have said that about me. I would have been the butt of that joke.
And then you get matched up with a therapist in as little as 48 hours. And right now, you can join 3 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Jimmy Highroller. That's BetterHelp.com/Jimmy Highroller. Back in 2002, Gatorade shot a commercial that featured a 39-year-old Michael Jordan going one-on-one with a younger version of himself. This commercial was first aired during Super Bowl 36 in front of millions of viewers and, to this day, remains one of the most iconic sports commercials of all time. But what people didn't realize at the time was that the athlete that played the young version of MJ was actually a 22-year-old Jamal Crawford. Despite entire articles being written about the commercial itself, Crawford was never truly credited for his role. But in a recent interview on the Dan Patrick Show, Jamal talked about his role on set.
Were you in the Gatorade commercial with Jordan? I was. You played how old were you? You played the younger Jordan, the Bulls version of Jordan, and he's with the Wizards?
Absolutely. I was 22, I believe, and I was the younger version. And I'm like, okay, what's the lines? He's like, no lines. Let's just talk. Let's play one-on-one. I'm like, there's no lines. So I start reaching for the ball. He's like, you reach, I teach. Right? And he's kind of, I'm going off of his flow. I'm like, okay, am I trying to play like me? I'm trying to play, just play.
After taking an extended hiatus from the game, Magic Johnson returned to the NBA in the 1995-1996 season to play for the Lakers one last time. His return didn't last long, and he retired for good in June of 1996. You want to know what else happened in June of 1996? The Lakers acquired some 17-year-old kid named Kobe Bryant and signed superstar Shaquille O'Neal, which means NBA fans were one season away from seeing a trio of Magic, Shaq, and Kobe all on the same team, a decision that would have changed the entire timeline of the NBA. Now, for younger NBA fans, it feels like LeBron has been around since pretty much the dawn of time. In fact, for a lot of fans of the NBA, they've never seen a league without LeBron James. And that's because LeBron has been in the NBA for longer than he hasn't been in the NBA.
Wow.
I know, that sounds a bit weird, so let me explain. LeBron was 18 years and 303 days old when he was drafted into the NBA. And as of today, LeBron has been in the NBA for 19 years and 48 days. LeBron has been in the NBA for the majority of his life and the majority of most of our lives. But he still has a few...
How many sportsmen...
Man, machine.
Like just a bit. How many top-level professional athletes can say something like that?
Phil Taylor.
I know...
possibly,
He's a sketchy character.
Hardly athlete.
Didn't Ryan Giggs have a similar stat?
He could have done, yeah, because he was probably about 37, 38 when he jacked it in. Ronaldo, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a few footballers who've been around for a long time.
I think if you're going from when they started in the Premier League or something, then I think absolutely.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of footballers almost start when they're young, don't they? But we're talking top level, then
that's
people
what I
like
mean,
Ronaldo, Giggs, There's probably a few out there, actually.
I imagine there's quite a lot.
Especially these days, because a lot of them do tend to go on quite a lot longer than, than 20, 30 years ago.
30 odd, 38, is he? 37.
Is that what he said?
Well, 19 and 18. Don't want to give you too many maths equations.
Oh, we should stay clear of it today, shouldn't we, really?
So,
does that mean he's 31?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So he's when you're doing it, playing at his level, like it's still at that age.
That's what I mean.
Because it is still
crazy.
the
machine.
very high top level, isn't it?
Yeah.
So some going.
To go before he reaches the ultimate NBA sage status that Vince Carter obtained a few seasons ago. By the time Vince retired, the span of his NBA career made up an absurd 30% of all seasons in NBA history. The man was a part of nearly a third of the NBA's entire existence. And throughout his career, he faced thousands of players, including not 1, not 2, not 3, or 4, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, but 12 father-son duos in the NBA. Yes, you heard that correctly. Vince Carter was in the NBA for so long that he played the father and the son of 12 different NBA families.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Now, if you had to guess which player has the highest offensive rating in NBA history, who would you guess? Jordan, LeBron, Steph, maybe Shaq or Kareem, maybe even throw in a wild card guess like Jokic or Giannis? Well, it really doesn't matter, because I can guarantee with 100% certainty your guess is wrong. No offense, it's just that the current record holder is literally the last guy you would expect, because the all-time leader for offensive rating is Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert. For perspective, LeBron is 43rd all-time at 116. Steph, Durant, and MJ are all very close with career offensive ratings of about 117. And Rudy Gobert, the offensive juggernaut, tops every player in NBA history with an offensive rating of 127.4. Some advanced stats are really good. Not quite sure if this is one of them. Now, a better advanced stat is
What is that stat, though?
Is it just...
It's a game rating, isn't it?
Offensive rating. So is it just
so like shots, points scored,
and then it's like an overall conglomeration of multiple stats.
So actual stats, what they've done there. It's not like someone's opinion of like we get the scores, don't we, for players out of 10, don't we?
I'm guessing, I don't know, but I'm assuming it's going to be stat based on their offense.
You think so, wouldn't you?
What they played in the game.
Right.
Yeah,
I get it.
Right. Wow.
advanced stats are really good. Not quite sure if this is one of them. Now, a better advanced stat is game score. It's by no means some perfect stat that'll tell you everything you need to know, but it does do a solid job at summarizing the efficiency and production of a single player on a game-to-game basis. From this stat, we can find out what is generally considered a good game and what is considered a bad game from a statistical standpoint. And according to this stat, anything less than a game score of 10 is a relatively bad game for a good player. And if we use this information as the standard metric, then the NBA record for the longest streak of games without a single bad game was set by Michael Jordan from December of 1987 to February of 1990. That's a streak of 183 games in a row without a single bad game. That's nearly 2.5 seasons straight of good basketball without a single bad game along the way. The next closest good game streak was set by Shaq from November of 1996 to April of 1999, a span of 152 games. LeBron had a streak of 132 games. Karl Malone had 2 streaks that lasted over 100 games. And to be honest, I don't see this record getting broken anytime soon, since the longest active streaks of good games in the NBA come from Nikola Jokic with 98 games, Joel Embiid with 68 games, and Giannis Antetokounmpo with 44 games. But there's a current streak of games by an active NBA player that has set an NBA record that will never, ever be broken. More unattainable than Wilt's 100-point single-game record or Stockton's career assist record is LeBron's streak of regular season games with double-digit scoring. Now, some of you are probably familiar with the streak, but to understand the sheer insanity of this record, we need to take a deeper look into the numbers. Right now, LeBron's active streak of games scoring at least double-digit points is 1,096 games. The last time LeBron failed to score at least 10 points in a regular season game was all the way back on January 6th, 2007. That's 15 years ago. To put this absurd streak into perspective, there are only six active NBA players who have played at least 1,096 games in their entire NBA career. But to really grasp the magnitude of this streak, here's a chart of the longest double-digit scoring streaks in NBA history. Just making it into the triple digits is an accomplishment reserved for only the best players of all time. Stephen Curry's longest streak of 97 games doesn't even make it on this list. Giannis had a streak of 116 games, Dirk had a streak of 190, Shaq had a streak of 245 games, Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant, two of the most gifted scorers of all time, had streaks of 220 and 211 games. But to crack the top 10, we have to go all the way past 400 games. James Harden had a streak of 450 games, Kevin Durant had a streak of 562, Karl Malone had a streak of 575 games, and with the top 3 streaks of all time are Kareem with 787, Michael Jordan with 866, and LeBron James with 1,096.
Wow.
The gap between LeBron and everyone else, a massive void. But what if we only include active streaks of double-digit scoring games on this chart? Well, then it would look like this. The next closest streak held by Luka Doncic with 167 games. Luka would have to score double-digit points in every game while playing at least 70 games a season until the 2035 NBA season to even come within reaching distance of this streak. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an unbreakable record, and an NBA fact you had to see to believe.
That is crazy.
Wow.
Hope you all enjoy. And as always,
Probably going to go up from
until
there
next
as
time.
well. Still playing, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, he's still going as well then.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like how he
That
ended
is
on.
incredible.
He ended on the Mr. Balling music as well.
We did. Oh yeah. But that's
What a mind-blowing stat.
yeah. When you think about it, I mean, 10 points in a game isn't a lot for these guys, is it? But I'm wondering if that counts. I mean, some of them could come out, in the first part of the game and get an injury.
Yeah,
Have to
of
go
course.
off, yeah. And then that's the end of the streak, isn't it? If they've not scored.
Yeah, I guess it's game time.
But I'm
isn't it?
wondering if some of these, where they are out injured. Does that count, or is it only games that you're playing in?
I think it's games that you played in.
It's got to be.
It's got to be.
I'm sure he must have had injuries over the years, mustn't he? Where he's missed the odd match. He must have done.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's absolutely amazing. That normally I wouldn't go with the fact that this will never be broken, but you look at that and you think, wow, that guy next to him is going to have to be good for that next 13 years or
that's
something.
just the active players.
Week in, week out, 70 games a season.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just not happening, is it?
You wouldn't have thought so, no.
It'd have to. I mean, I don't know. I'm obviously not a big basketball follower, but I'd imagine someone's going to have to get into the NBA like on their 18th birthday, and just be like the best and consistently until they're about 40.
Like LeBron's done.
Yeah.
Same sort of thing.
Yeah.
He's going to have to do it the same way.
Career, though. He's been doing it that long. Gee. That's incredible.
Machine, man.
Oh, he must be, but he must have looked after himself so well. He must have done over the years.
Big time.
Without a doubt. If he's still doing it now, then fair play to
I
him.
wonder what his net worth is. Did we do a video that touched on stuff like that? Or was it? No, it was basketball players that have thrown it away, wasn't it? Like biggest losses.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure he's not short of a quid or two, a two.
I'm sure, but we'll maybe look for a video.
Highest earning NBA players.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
interesting. Yeah.
Or we did highest earning sportsmen. We reacted to.
Yeah,
because
we did something along those lines
point.
because a lot of them had fingers in other pies, didn't they? In property, real estate,
like Conor McGregor with Proper 12 whiskey that made him 100 million.
Yeah,
and things
that's
like
right.
that.
And some of them were a bit surprising, weren't they? But I think it's because of outside.
I think it's that 1 year though. I think it's
Business
like
things.
the people who earned the most in like the last year sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it was net worth over.
Yeah.
I think
It was
probably right on that.
earnings in a year. I think we did.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. That.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.